So, MusicMaster, you also won your match. Yours felt like a little bit tougher, at least from back here. Why don't you talk about it?
First match, I had a good matchup. It was pretty clean, but the second one, okay, sorry. For the first match, I had a pretty good matchup, so it seemed smooth sailing from there. But in the second match, I decided to keep the same deck, which I guess on hindsight right now wasn't a really good decision because Yaya used a really nice, how do you say, counter deck.
Yes.
So it was a struggle to get through, and eventually he overwhelmed me with the P.E.K.K.A. Minor. Last match, I used a weird deck, hoping that hopefully Yaya wouldn't like run a counter deck or anything, but he actually still ran Golem Poison, which should have done well, but I think I decided once he dropped the Golem in the back, I would push with a Mega Knight and Flying Machine, and that push worked to take down his tower.
Yeah, and you know, at this level of competition, it comes down to one push, one mistake, one thing, right? It's only one thing that really decides the game. At least I feel like most times watching, right? So like on you guys, that's got to be a lot of pressure not to literally, you have to play the game perfect every single time, right? Or how do you feel like that?
For me, I mean, everyone makes mistakes. I mean, obviously try not to like misdrop any cards that might like lose a tower or anything. But for me, I always try to, I guess, find a way to win. You want to find a, like if something's not working, I will always like try to change something up so I can maybe change, like get the tower. So like with yeah, I was gonna struggle to get that tower down just with chip damage.
Yep.
So I decided once he would put the Golem in the back, which he did, I would go in with a push on the opposite lane because he had low elixir, and it worked out.
Yeah, I think that's a great tip for people at home. Like, no matter what matchup you get, even if it's a counter deck, you're always looking for that, how do I switch it up? How do I win this? How do I make the best of what I have, right? And I think you did that really good by switching. Like you said, you played a very, you know, you said sort of random, but like off-meta deck for your last day. Why don't you tell us like how you decided to choose that?
Okay, so I'm going to shout out to Pelican. He gave me this deck, or he created a deck and I copied it. And with this deck, it's pretty much, you chip out the tower as much as you can with the Furnace and the Spear Goblins, and hopefully you can defend well and overwhelm them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're really going for chip damage with this deck, and obviously you play a lot of off-meta cards, so it's not easy for your opponent to be like, oh, I play against this every day, right?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. That's really cool. And as like your experience so far, right? You're a pro player. You're at the highest level. You're representing, you know, your clans and your stuff as well. Like, how has this been? How has this whole tournament been for you so far? I mean, we're only one match in.
It's been good. I'm just trying to relax right now, even though I know there's, I guess, a lot on the line.
Yeah.
It's pretty refreshing. It's a totally new experience for me, and it's been pretty good.
Yeah, and the stages out there is crazy. I'm happy that you guys are playing. I don't have to play because that seems like a lot of pressure out there for you guys. Everyone seems really serious. So going back to the topics of your matches, right? You're going to be playing against Adrian next, right? So we just talked to him. He said he's already preparing to play against you. Without giving away too much, right? We don't want to hear anything. But what is your plan going into that?
Oh, I haven't actually decided much. I had a set of standard decks I was gonna play for today. I think I'm just gonna choose the right ones and hopefully have good matchups.
I think that's a good tip at home. Always stick with your comfort picks, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.